Right, Laura Blumenfeld is a Middle East analyst at Johns Hopkins University and has the task of talking us through this. She joins us from Palm Beach, Florida. We've just heard Donald Trump is committed to buying and owning Gaza. As a starting point, Laura, how would you see this transaction happening?
Trump's always been a size matters guy. And so the way he explained it on Air Force One is that he wants to make America bigger, stronger, and better. It's very important to understand he was in Air Force One flying over the newly renamed Gulf of America, what used to be Gulf of Mexico. And when he was asked, had he checked with the Mexicans, he said no, as a matter of fact. So look, this isn't just about Gaza. It's about Canada. It's about Panama, Greenland. He's almost like, the blob that ate New York, that old science fiction movie. He's looking to gobble up territory. So it's not clear that it's realistic, that it's literal, but we should take him seriously, if not literally, because he is intent on expanding our borders.
Yeah, this plan of taking over Gaza also includes Palestinians leaving Gaza. Trump says Middle Eastern nations will take Palestinians after he talks to them. Do you see Trump being able to convince Middle Eastern countries to resettle 2 million Palestinians?
Well, he's been dancing back and forth about whether it be a forcible transfer or just, voluntary. But I think what he's really saying, and we do need translators to translate, from Trump to language that the rest of us understand. There are some heads of state for Jordan, Egypt, perhaps Saudi Arabia, who will be coming to Washington. What he's saying to them basically is make us a counteroffer. Bring us a realistic proposal for how you foresee the future in Gaza, how you see rebuilding it, sort of with governing it. Bring me something that works. Perhaps that means real reform in the Palestinian Authority. Under the Biden administration, they asked for it and there was no reform. How would you de-weaponize the Hamas? How would you get them out of there, if not forcibly? What he's doing right now, he's kind of playing kind of mafia and using Israel as his kind of enforcement arm. I think he's saying, you can do better. Show me what you got.
As we await this Trump translation, if you like, Palestinian activists say that Trump's plan towards Gaza is tilted towards Israel. We have seen that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has fully endorsed this plan, calling it revolutionary and creative. Is Israel the only winner in this Trump scenario acquisition?
I don't think Israelis feel like winners. I think this incentivizes radicals on both sides. So maybe the radical right in Israel, is happy with this, but I don't think mainstream Israelis are, because they understand it's not a realistic proposal. So I think that, what's happening here is Netanyahu sort of getting trapped by his own success with this meeting that he said was, the best ever. But what other choice does he have? His one request before the meeting that he had at the White House with Trump was that there be no daylight between him and the United States, because our enemies, as he put it, meaning Iran, will take advantage of that. So I think Trump's kind of boxed Netanyahu in, and it's not clear at all that he's happy. He's smiling on the outside, but I think there's a lot of twisted nerves and guts on the inside.
At this moment, Laura, I think it's a good time to remind us, what are some of the major concerns Palestinians and other rights groups would have with this idea, this proposal of forcing Palestinians to leave Gaza?
Again, the word forcing, it's not clear. They've gone back and forth about whether this would be voluntary or not. Netanyahu gave an interview to Fox News saying it would be completely voluntary, and that there are, folks in war zones all over the world, and the right thing to do is to give them the opportunity to get out. So I think that's the very first thing that needs to be understood. And second of all, will they have the opportunity to come back? I know that, there are Jews living in Israel who are expelled from Yemen, from Iraq, from Morocco, from Syria. They never had the opportunity to go back to their homes in Arab lands, and so they're living in Israel now. So the same question would be, would the Palestinians be allowed back in Gaza? A final question would be, what about the West Bank, or what the Israelis, the right-wing Israelis, call Judea and Samaria? Is this telling us something about annexation? Is this telling us something about a future Palestinian state? Those are all questions. Trump loves the kind of fog and drama of it all, and here we are sorting it out.
Yeah, lots of fog and drama to go, I would suggest. Laura Blumenfeld, thanks so much for talking us through it. Middle East analyst at the Johns Hopkins University. Thank you so much.
Thank you.